Yeah, from Little Kim, the Queen Bee.
It's ladies' night, what? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L's tight, keep the rhymes right, yo. I just made this motherfucker up last night. And I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream, like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on.
Bang this in your whips, that them cold roadie with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, 5th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused in the dopest, like a penny with the hole in it.
Hello and welcome to yet another exciting edition of the program Ladies Night. My name is Ameze Obaisiabu, but of course you could call me the Empress. I've got my ladies here, but unfortunately not so many of them because yes, we're trying our best to ensure that we practice social distancing. So definitely the spacing between us is enough. I've got C White on my very far left. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and also Caroline Koji.
Okay, the ever-glowing C White. And I also have the controversial, because that's what she calls herself, and she actually plays it out, the controversial Mama P. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Happy social distancing.
Seriously? Why is everyone going through all this? The newest and the most popular thing right now is happy social distancing or happy quarantine. Like, why? Why do we always have to make something happy, even when it's really not as happy as it seems? Because I don't believe in the whole we must stay at home. Like, I can't imagine myself being at home. It's going to be really tiresome. But anyways, yes, there are about 500,000 cases of confirmed coronaviruses of people who have coronavirus in the world. We also have a total of 25,421 people who have lost their lives to the coronavirus pandemic. And we also have about 129,343 people who have recovered, which is actually good news because it means it's not a total death sentence if you have the virus. Now, different countries around the world, around the globe, have been putting preventive measures in place to ensure that the spread of the virus is curtailed so that more people do not get it, and this number that I just read out to you would not increase. But the fact is, yes, they are calling on us to practice social distancing. They're calling on us to self-isolate. They're also calling on us to stay home. Don't go to work. Don't go out to church. Don't go out to the mosque. Don't go to parties and stuff like that, especially when you have a lot of people. I think there's a particular country where they said not more than 2 people should be in a place at a time. Well, right here in Edo State, it's 20 people. That's the least amount of people that should be at a location. And even when they are at that location, there should be a lot of space between them and they should be protected. I know none of us is actually wearing any protective gear right now because we've already been tested outside before getting into the studio, so we're safe by God's grace. So basically now the thing is we're supposed to stay at home for those who are not essential workers. I believe that if I am at home, me personally, I don't know about you, if I'm at home, I'm going to be very bored. So today on the show, we're going to be looking at the whole stay-at-home directive, the whole do not go out, try to practice social distancing. Can you actually do it? Is it something that is really tenable? There's some people who really love to go out every time. They love to party, they love to go to church, they love to go to work. How does someone who is so used to going out each and every day sit down in their house? That's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to start off with Mama P because I feel like she's the go out kind of type.
Oh
I'm probably wrong, but I just see her as someone, yes, who is that kind of person. Now, how has it been for you? Because you have been at home for a while.
Okay.
I hope.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have to hope because I'm not sure. You're supposed to be practicing social distance. You're supposed to be at home.
C White.
How is it for you?
Please let me officially report the Empress to you. She's been picking on me all day. I wouldn't know why.
For good reason, please. Good
in our
reason.
local, in our local what they call it, proverb. They were saying, "I will chop dog leg, they waka waka." So she is trying to say that I eat dog leg a lot.
Yes, I'm probably sure how to have.
You sure you're not from China?
Not sure. I think
China, right? The World
Probably.
Health Organization is supposed to sanction China for the kind of food they eat. How can someone be eating centipede? Like, who does
And
that?
the painful part is that they do not cook this food.
I swear.
They eat it raw.
Did you
I'm
see
still trying to understand how that is a delicacy. Eating frogs raw.
No, the one of centipede got to me. Like, centipede is very poisonous. She just dipped it into the wine. The wine spiked, probably out of reaction with the poison in the centipede.
Yeah.
And then she put it in her mouth. I wish that video can play on the screen. It is barbaric. And then someone said that, now then chop, now we they wash hands.
You know,
It's
we're
all
actually
suffering.
washing our hands regularly.
as in,
They are doing the eating, you know.
okay, let me react to what Empress said. Staying at home has been very difficult. I have not started my isolation program actually. I still go out. Please, government, don't arrest me. Am I supposed to say this on air?
You're supposed
Okay,
to start shit.
staying at home has been very difficult because I'm an outgoing person. It hasn't affected my business because I run an e-business, an online business. So all my transactions are online. But still, you have to deliver when it comes. Do you understand? And then at some point, I have to go meet clients, though fully geared and protected. But staying at home, it's difficult for me. I can't stay at home all day, except I'm sick, or I'm not doing business, or I just turn off my data and I don't have anybody to attend to. Not because I like going out. On my own, I wouldn't go out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an introvert in my house. I just stay indoors and do my thing online. But if I have to go and deliver, that's where money and food comes from. I have to go out. So the Empress is actually very difficult. I wonder what life will become if they just put a strict order, police in every junction, don't come outside. Some people will collapse.
In some places, they're actually doing that.
Oh my God.
In some
I went
places.
to the market yesterday.
In
Uselu
India, for
market
instance.
Uselu market precisely. They were chasing market women.
Yeah.
If you're not selling
Food
food
items,
items,
yes.
yes,
It's
you're
kind
not
of
supposed to be
difficult.
out. But I don't know. I don't want to say, I don't want to castigate what the government is trying to do, but
No.
putting people at home. People work, there's some people who, they get their daily bread by working each and every day. Now, how do you tell this kind of person who is feeding about 6 people in the house to sit down at home and not do anything? How are they going to even get the food that you claim they can go and get from the market? How are they going to survive? I'm still not understanding that part, because I know abroad in the UK, yes, they've said, and the US as well, they've said you can stay at home, do not come out. In fact, the UK is on total lockdown, because from the stories and the news I've read about it, people are sitting, even doctors are at home. They talk to their patients via phone or video call, and it's really, really terrible. At least in Nigeria, thank God, we just have, I think the 27th of March, we had 65 cases of confirmed coronavirus pandemic patients, let me put it like that. Now, I don't understand the fact that you tell people to sit down at home, not work, and you expect them to actually obey.
When there's no
Hunger
means
will
of-
kill them before the virus even comes.
Exactly. You know,
Yes.
to them, it sounds so easy.
It's not easy.
Like, yeah, sit back at home, don't do anything, just to curtail the spread of coronavirus. But are they also forgetting, like, what you're saying is not really easy? And someone who had to sell for that day just to get means of eating and yet to feed people at home. You expect that person to stay at home and not doing anything. Just like you said as well, hunger will kill that person even before the virus locates the
You
person.
know, I challenged one
But,
of...
okay.
Okay, just continue.
But now, if they really want us to stay at home, but for me, I have not really stayed at home
You
since
can't even
I
stay at home.
can't
You're an
because
essential
of the
worker,
kind
so
of what
you're
I
out
do.
of it.
So, yes, so I'm totally out of it.
We need you to
So,
survive, actually. So we know what's
yes.
happening. If my next door neighbor has gotten so I jack back.
Well, for me to go out most times, I have to wear my gear, you know, my
Of
face
course.
masks, my glove, even though it's discomforting because it's not comfortable
Very,
using
because
it.
the heat,
Especially
wow.
the hand.
You know, no, I'm not
tiresome.
going to really talk about the hands because I only sweat inside the glove. But for the face mask, you know, we breathe in oxygen and of course breathe out carbon
Carbohydrates.
dioxide. But now
with that face mask you're wearing, you hardly breathe out again. Whatever comes out, you're also taking it in immediately. So I guess it's one of the reasons why I feel so uncomfortable at some point. I feel like my eyes, they're turning me, but I don't know about...
feeling dizzy.
You know,
I feel that
yes,
as well.
I feel like if I'm knocking off, I want to sleep as if I'm high, but I'm not. But now, back to what we're saying, they want us to stay at home. Good and fine. A lot of people embrace that. Let me stay at home and eat. But when I will appreciate such actions is when the government will be ready to provide for the masses. You can't be telling me they have to go sell tomatoes just for that day to get what I will eat, to stay at home. You don't even know if I have made savings. You don't even know if I have anything to fall back to. Okay, now I decide to stay at home. Nothing. Nothing is happening. Nothing for me to eat. It's not as if anybody from anywhere will just come and say, Auntie, I beg, take this plate of rice. Nobody. I'll just be indoor because I want to avoid the spread or to contract coronavirus. Don't you think I would say, okay, instead of me to die of hunger, and beg, man doesn't have coronavirus, like kill me. I will not want to stay because you're telling me to stay at home and you're not making provisions for me to stay at home and enjoy my staying at home. Yes, for those people who are rich or probably who must have stocked their house, okay, I have enough. They can carry me for like 3 months. So if you're telling me to stay at home for like 3 months, I will not complain. But after 3 months and I don't have anything to fall back to, what happens? What becomes of me? Yeah. So in all of this, staying at home is fun to some people. Why to some people it will not be fun? Like you just said, you have to go do your delivery after your orders and all that. You're at home at that point, making your online business, trying to contact your customers or reply their chats. You're comfortable at that point. But a situation whereby no orders is coming because everybody's trying to say, okay, let me avoid social distance or avoid coming in contact with people. Let me stay at home. No order, no delivery. Because even the person trying to bring the item for me, I don't even trust that person. So now I don't want to do anything. Would you be comfortable sitting down at home? You would decide to come outside and hawk yourself. I'll go market my business by myself, at least, to see if I can be able to make sales for one day. So in all of this, I'm trying to say that the government should also try as much as possible to make provisions for the people they're asking to stay at home so that we can enjoy the staying at home.
I challenged one of the government officials yesterday. I saw he was like, man, what are you doing? And I said, don't ask me that stupid question.
Of course.
I was so direct to you. I said, don't ask me. Don't even try it again. They said, we'll bundle you. I said, you can't do such. You won't do such. You know, one thing about Nigerians, some Nigerians, especially in the government sector, the area of government area boys, whatever we call them, those that the thugs there, I don't see them. Those people, I'm not sure they went through the forwards of the university. The way they were packing the people's tomato,
throwing things away,
putting it inside their bus that they will sell later. Government said that everybody should stay at home. I said, do you know that this whole pepper she's selling is not worth more than 3,500 naira. And it is the gain, maybe 500 naira gain she will gain from this 3-5 capital market so that she's under the sun, that she will use to cook tonight. And so you are packing it now. An old woman is dragging and begging you, and you are pushing her because government said.
But government actually
didn't say that you should change
anyone who is selling food. Food, especially perishable food, is supposed to still be out. Okay. Yes, you're supposed to protect yourself. Definitely, you can't just be there with your wares spread out and you're selling. You have to be protected yourself, and if possible, because there's some people who go to market and they want to touch what they are buying. They want to check if it's okay. Do not let anybody touch what you're selling without ensuring that they either sanitize their hands or wash their hands in your presence. Do not let anybody tell you, I've done it in my house before coming here. Let them do it in front of you. So yes, you're not supposed to, for instance, clubs, bars, you're not supposed to run.
Churches.
Right, churches are not supposed to run, mosques are not supposed to run, traditional centers are not supposed to run at this moment. In Edo State, once you're about 20 people in that place, it is enough. Do not add anybody else. So probably if your church has 15 members, you can run your church. But I think the Christian Association of Nigeria has actually said every church should not go, should not hold service.
What I just feel is the government should provide a means to get across to those who are actually less privileged. I was talking to my friend in California, and he was complaining that they're going to credit all of them each citizen $1,200. That what they're going to use that to do, their bills to pay. I was laughing hilariously. I was like, are you serious now?
They even said they're going to give you something, you're complaining.
No, but what bills are you paying when you're sitting in your house?
No, they have light bill. I don't know. They were just
probably the government that told you to sit down at home in that place.
But
I don't know about Nigeria because
that's where
I've not heard anything like that.
That's where I'm going to. I was telling him, I said, you are getting $1,200 and you're complaining for each citizen. I say an average, not an average Nigerian, a low-class Nigerian lives below $5 a day.
Yeah.
$5 with the dollar rate, it should be around 1,800 to 2,000 naira right now,
Yeah.
because we are hearing it's going to hit 400.
It's already 400.
Okay, 2,000 naira. Do you understand? An average, in fact, the hawkers you see on the street live below 2,000. What is 2,000 naira? Who give them 2,000 naira?
Who does that?
So I think even if the government even say daily you receive an alert of 500 naira, some people will stay at home. Some of these people, because they have banks and they have over 40 million verification code, BVN, meaning you can actually use BVN to channel this money throughout this account, and it will not even flinch the government. But it's just that, let me tell you something. I hope some government officials are watching this series right now.
Yeah.
See, some persons are ready to die hero. Let it be that I was hustling for my family and Corona killed me.
Yes.
So they are taking it even as a challenge now. Like, they are ready to die hero. Do you understand?
Hero of coronavirus.
Of coronavirus. I was hustling because even me, sorry to say, me personally, yesterday, I've been indoors, though, doing little deliveries, using dispatch riders. I had to go shop for my parents. I went out, the little money I gathered, I shopped a lot for my parents. They were not like, you are just being careless. What did you say? I said, let it be that I die for my parents now. I was feeling happy. Do you understand? So I see it as the government should come in somehow and bridge the gap between this staying at home and not doing anything.
I also want to add to what you're saying now, when you talked about government thugs throwing things away at the market. But now, let me also say this, that a lot of people don't even know about this hand sanitizer and how to protect themselves, even if they see other people wearing it. Now, I think the first step the government and the first action the government should have enforced using their thugs is even sharing hand sanitizer and those gear, those protective measures that we are actually talking about. Now, you've not even shared anything of such. I don't know if they've actually done something like that, but I have not seen. So this is my own opinion. I have not seen anything of such. So the action I should be expecting is for them to come out in masks, like with their van and whatever thing they think they have, to disseminate hand sanitizers and these face masks and gloves so that they can be able to protect themselves. Talking about selling of tomatoes and pepper and all that, they are food items. They are something we can cook with. Someone wants to prepare jollof rice and you would tell me you're not going to buy tomatoes, fresh one or fresh pepper. Someone out there ought to sell that thing for you.
They just take things into their hands.
You don't just come to this conclusion because government said nobody should be seen outside, only those people who sell food items. Do you know what they call food item? You think it's only people that sell canned food or probably something that is not perishable that is food item? No. Tomatoes, pepper, onion, those people that sell them, because I have seen people who just strictly sell onion, nothing else, 50 naira. They tie it in white, like, you know, those are the kind of things we should also consider as food items.
Someone said, in fact, let's put a face to government. Please, let's put a face. You said something about sharing hand sanitizers.
Yes,
the Empress, I hope I'm allowed to put a face. Local government chairman, honorable members of different constituencies.
They should come out.
It's not during election period we get to see your 2,000 naira, we get to see your 500
you
naira.
know,
this is the time to approach pharmaceutical companies and get hand sanitizers, right? We have so many local government chairmen. Okay, I won't call your names today, probably any other episode, but I won't do that.
Why are you calling them
out? Exactly.
I know any of them
because many people don't even have television in their house to watch all this public announcement about all this.
That we
so they should come out in mass.
Recently, I don't want to mention the village. I saw no globe,
no
mask. They say, you know, they affect us.
That is what they are limited to.
They cure them.
Well, if they're in the village, probably people who have it might not go to the village. So let's let's hope that.
No,
It
let's
does
just
not
keep
get
hoping.
there.
Let's hope. Yes,
But
we have to hope.
recently,
It-
I don't
it
know how
probably
true,
might
I
not
don't know
get
how
there.
true it is, but I saw a post and it says coronavirus is airborne. I don't know.
In a
So,
contained environment.
It has.
Well, yes.
Like in these environments where the air
Yeah.
is going round, you know, for instance, spits come out in droplets, and then anything, air can just fling it
Yeah,
around.
that's
In a
true.
contained
Anywhere it
environment
drops,
like
yeah.
this, you're inside a bus, you're inside an AC room with
Fitted
an
room, yeah.
infected person, you are more likely to get it, unlike an
It's
exposed
gonna go round.
environment when you are outside there. You understand, a contained environment. So I think also sensitization should go to those in
Rural
the village.
areas.
You know, I know we'll get to the point where we'll have to admonish Nigerians now,
Yeah.
the citizens, on their careless behavior.
Yeah, I
But
don't
for
care.
now-
attitude.
We have a lot of careless behavior.
Yes.
In fact, some people do not even believe that it is.
They
even
don't
in
believe
Nigeria.
yet. I tell you.
I was arguing with a woman. I was like, I work with ITV. You can't argue this with me. It is in Nigeria. He said, no, not the government. Government want to make money.
Yes.
I said, seriously? Yeah. But anyways, we'll take a short break now. I want to push play to a sensitization advert and kind of like just to tell you how to ensure that you protect yourself during this period of coronavirus pandemic. We'll be right back. It's still Ladies' Night right here on ITV.
My people, una don hear about the new sickness wey dey kill people all over the world, wey dem dey call coronavirus. This sickness no dey look face o, as e fit kpai person sharp sharp. One of the ways to know say person don get am na when the person get fever and come dey cough and sneeze join, and e come dey hard the person to breathe. E fit don come be that o. The sickness no get any vaccine, treatment or cure now. How you fit take make sure say you no get am and say this sickness no spread? Since the way to get am na when you breathe am in or through your eyes and mouth. The better thing to do na to wash your hands every time with soap and running water for at least 20 seconds. Try make you no dey touch your eyes, nose and mouth. When you wan cough or sneeze, use tissue paper take cover your mouth or nose and throw away the tissue wella one time and quick wash your hand. Tissue wey you go use throw away better pass handkerchief wey you go use put for pocket o. If you no get tissue, use the corner of your elbow take cover your mouth when you wan cough or sneeze. No dey touch things anyhow. The more wey you no take touch surfaces, hand rails, ATM buttons and many more, the more e go hard for the sickness to reach where you dey. Try make you no dey near people too much, especially the one wey get cold, cough and dey sneeze well well. Some people fit don get am o, but e never show wella for him body. If you get fever, cough and to breathe come dey hard, quick call Edo State Infectious Diseases Response Team with these numbers: 080-840-96723 or 080-642-58163 or 080-358-35529. Or waka go the isolated centers wey dey Edo State for Stella Obasanjo Hospital, University of Benin Teaching Hospital UBTH, Irua Specialist Hospital, Edo Central Hospital, Edo Specialist Hospital, and Auchi General Hospital. No get coronavirus, and if you get am, no spread am. This message na from Independent Television and Radio.
Of course, be ready to fight COVID-19. That's the only way that you can protect yourself if you ensure that you wash your hands regularly, you protect yourself with a face mask, gloves, and the use of hand sanitizers if and when necessary. And please also practice social distancing. Stay away from a lot of people. Do not go to crowded areas. In fact, do not let a crowd be formed. That's the rule that we're trying to adhere to right now. In Edo State, 20 people is the least, or rather highest number of people that should be at a particular location. But this, a lot of people are not, should I say, adhering to this. Some people are complaining. Some are doing it grudgingly. Recently, the bus drivers and taxi drivers have been told to reduce the number of passengers that they carry. It's a very, very, very good innovation. It's a very, very good idea. But then again, they're increasing the prices of the transport. I don't want to say I should quarrel with what they're doing, because definitely I buy fuel, I fuel my vehicle, I have to make gain on top of what I have done. So in a way, they're right in doing that, but then again, it is punishing, let me put it like that, the masses. Because if I'm not going to work, probably I went to the market to get food items and I have to use a bus. Now, if I enter the bus and you're increasing the price, I'm not working, I'm not getting money, I'm spending, and you're making me even spend more. It's really, 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 really tasky for some people. Now, I don't know if any of you has experienced people who are nonchalant about the whole coronavirus pandemic. People saying it's not in Nigeria, it's not in existence, people are just pretending, they are trying to make money out of it. Or, like, I had an argument with some people last week. I'm sorry I have to say this out loud. I'm sure some of you might be watching, but they were complaining that why would they stop people from going to churches? That church is the only place you're supposed to go when such an issue or a problem comes up. Now, if you go out there, you say you're going to church, and all of you come, and one person happens to have it, I don't know, I'm not trying to reduce the power that God has, but I'm trying to be realistic. There are people in the Bible who were recorded to have fallen sick, to have died, people who were actually close to God. Job is an example in the Bible. He fell sick, really sick. His wives died, his children died, he lost everything that he owned. Was God dead then? There's nothing wrong with you staying at home and worshiping the God that you serve, whether it's as a Christian or as a Muslim. There's nothing wrong with it. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much. Let me also get back to the ladies in the studio. See, White, I don't know if you've encountered anybody or you yourself have felt the need.
Not even saying if I have encountered. Even if I have not encountered, I have heard. You know, a lot of people out there don't believe that this coronavirus is real. And even if they believe it's real, they strongly believe it's not in Nigeria. Now, you are believing it's not in Nigeria or coronavirus does not exist, it's not real, because you've not had an encounter with someone that is infected with that coronavirus. But truth be told, it is real. It is real. But I find it very difficult to convince these people because of the kind of mindset they have. And I'm this kind of person, I don't really like too much arguments. If you begin to argue too much, I'll just let it slide. I'll just let you be, okay, fine, madam, it's not true. Because what? I just want to save myself the stress of convincing someone I know, she doesn't even know if this thing is real or not. So why would I waste my precious time? But again, I have to some extent, talk more to make sure she understands the fact this is real. And on the other part, you get to see a situation whereby you tell somebody, I beg, social distance, don't near me. The person will hug you. You understand? They say, there's nothing like coronavirus, I beg you too, they form. It is not about the forming. It's about prevention. Okay, even if I'm forming, why not let me form my forming? Allow me to be. So if now you really have this coronavirus, and I said social distance, madam, please don't come close to me. You chose to hug me. Is that not witchcraft? Let me use that word. That is witchcraft. I tell you, because you don't have to give anything to chance. If not for anything, at least we hear stories about people who have contacted coronavirus. Okay, if not for anything, top politicians, ministers and governors and all that, all whatnot, and yet you're adamant, you're deaf, you're not hearing. Please, I am trying. Let me even say this for those people that will hug me and say, madam, you're too the form. If you hug me, if I tell you, madam, social distance, and you hug me, you will not like what will happen in return. So please, we should just understand the fact that coronavirus is real. But again, there's something about we Nigerians. We take things for granted. We play a lot. We really play a lot.
We have so many skits on social media
I told you about this coronavirus.
They're not trying to, I think the only one that I've seen that has actually tried to sensitize and educate people was one done by, I think, MC Casino. But apart from that, most of the others are just jokes. Making fun of it. You don't play with such things.
Actually, like one, I think the top Nollywood actors, they did one like that where a native daughter.
I actually saw that one today. God.
It was so interesting where even the native daughter was binding the person who brought coronavirus to him, like Holy Ghost fire.
I need the blood of Jesus. I need God. So, she started speaking in tongues.
But I want to quickly react to what Empress said. These bus drivers, yes, President Muhammadu Buhari has reduced fuel to 125.
Yeah.
But do you know, I don't know who those people, what to call them, that collect money from these bus drivers.
Tax
revenue
collectors.
Yeah. Because when I went to buy things for my parents, I was coming back to Ubo Aziz, and then I entered bus. Everybody was sweating. I was already going to pay for 2 seats. I didn't even know that they had already said it should be 3 behind. You understand? And then someone was coming to join. So people were now shouting, no, they said 3 behind. So I felt that the shouting would make the driver
Adhere. Or
adhere,
draw
you
attention.
understand? But they insisted, and the person joined us behind. So I was just listening to their conversation. Everybody was insulting the driver, but what he said got to me. He said, we pay revenue of the same amount, even almost higher now. So if they are paying, for instance, 2,000 naira or 1,002 per trip, however they pay it, if they say that they should carry theory, they should reduce the revenue.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I
think that's probably why some of them are increasing the transport
just
fare.
to be able to meet up.
Meet up with the revenue. So the government, I say government, we should be putting faces. The tax collectors collecting this money should reduce the amount, since there is theory now that they are collecting. If you are collecting 1,2 before, collect even 1,000 naira.
What is even 1,000 naira? Considering the fact that the whole thing is like
you
this.
understand?
Like
500 at least, they should reduce.
800, and though let it be significant. It will see. I feel it has a way of going down. The moment he reduces his amount now, the amount, the revenue they collect from this bus driver, he will reduce it on the passenger. What I went to buy, I will reduce it on my clients. It will, the sensation will be going around that, this thing now, COVID-19, everybody's watching out for each other. Do you understand?
But so, nobody would want to watch out for each other. Rather, they want to use it the opposite
as a
way.
Medium to, and as a medium to extort others. Also now, we were talking about, sorry, remind me, the second one you're talking about, nonchalancy, people's nonchalancy. The Empress. I say, I don't want to call your name on air. Please, the next time I warn you not to hug me. You walk in a public place.
Imagine that kind of a thing.
Imagine that kind of a thing. And then he will be chasing me around. that he does not walk, that he has drank ogogoro.
Who sent you?
That's the word. See, we also have to talk about this
hiring.
fake
ideology
for the coronavirus. There is no known cure yet. So I don't understand where they said use an alcohol-based sanitizer. It should have alcohol in it because it can kill the germs if it's on your hand, not the germs in your stomach. You will kill yourself.
A lot of people like that word alcohol.
I entered a vehicle recently, and there was a man who was sleeping throughout. We went for a long distance, and he was still sleeping. He was not just sleeping like, okay, I'm resting my head. Like, his head was falling
his head
down, out the window, in the window, out like that. He was really, really dangerous. And some people were like, driver, wake this man up. He kept waking him. He refused to stand up. We're like, I bet this man don't die. So we said, please park. Let's make sure he gets up. And he tried and tried and tried and tried. And the man finally stood up and he lay down straight. And he still went back to sleep. Now, after some time, some passengers decided they're not staying in this vehicle again. This sleep is not ordinary. That's, Nigerians are normal. This sleep not ordinary. Maybe you don't fly, go one side. Now, you don't know. But the basic thing, the driver was like trying to calm the passengers down that it's not anything, like he did not fly, in quotes. What happened was he entered the vehicle with another of his friends, and when they both entered, they were discussing, and they were like, this coronavirus, it cannot enter my body. We don't drink, we don't kill him with alcohol. Like, they drank. He was so drunk that he could not even be awake. He was sleeping off. Finally, when everybody in the bus heard it, they were like, tell him to calm down, because if his head hits something, maybe an upcoming vehicle comes and hits his head, they will say you are the one that killed him because you did not drive well. Nobody will remember the fact that he was sleeping carelessly. So he had to stop the vehicle, woke the man up, practically dragged him down and said, we have reached your bus stop, stay here. The guy was like, I never pay. He was like, don't worry, go, carry your money. He did not even know where he was.
Why do they keep
do not kill yourself, because you will kill yourself before the virus
it was
where
the
you are.
First mindset
alcohol doesn't
they
cure
gave to
it.
them.
It does not cure it.
The general word is just what you guys called it. Nonchalancy. Like, Nigerians are nonchalant and carefree about everything. You see this alcohol now, people are now buying. When I was in the market, lots of guys were trooping in to buy lords, to buy whatever they call it. They were just ordering, give me origin bitters. They say, now they cure them. Come on, it's not necessary. Fine. In a distress situation where you've touched something you're not supposed to touch, and you have a little bit of alcohol around, probably whiskey, you can just tap in your hand, till you can get a proper sanitizer. A sanitizer sanitizer has other ingredients. The glycerin is there. The aloe vera is there. You see some people now complain that their hand is peeling what they are using because you went to buy alcohol. And you are using it, and now your skin is peeling. The glycerin is there to suit your skin. The aloe vera will heal your skin. So Nigerians are just nonchalant. Okay, let's talk about nonchalancy from another aspect. You see women carrying baby. I saw one woman inside. She was sitting beside me in that same bus. That bus was historic. Shout out to whoever was inside that bus. She was sneezing and sneezing. I'm not saying whatever was wrong with her. So you people don't start running from me.
I wanted to just stand up here.
No,
now.
we don't need to run from it because you already
actually
tested. We
check.
have kits out there at the gate. Before you even enter ITV, you will be checked. So I'm sure they did that to you. So
she was carrying
we're not
a baby.
afraid.
Yeah, she was carrying a baby, and I wish every organization would do that because ITV is putting everything in check. Like I was literally screened like I was going abroad before coming inside this place. If you do that in certain organizations, people will become more careful.
Yeah.
Now this woman was carrying a baby and she was sneezing on the baby. You cannot even wear nose mask, as in.
Or even if not nose mask, you can raise your cloth a bit and do it inside.
I was like, madam, careful, you are carrying a baby. Say, wait till I go do. I don't want to carry on Oyibo sickness. I say, look, just imagine
the Oyibo sickness.
It's an Oyibo sickness. It's not her fault because sorry to also say this. Donald Trump called it China virus.
Chinese virus.
Chinese virus. That it's actually came
But
from
the fact
China.
is, even though it started from China, it is in the UK. It is in the
everywhere.
US. It's in Italy. It's in Nigeria. So do not say Oyibo. It is affecting each and every one of us.
That is the nonchalant.
We do not have it and we do not pray to have it, but you have to prevent it from coming to you. You have to. You don't just ignore it. It's not going to just go away just because you said it's not here.
And
it's not going away.
It's something that can show on the skin.
Yeah.
Something that if someone is having it, you see it on the skin. Now, a particular country had a case of 65 coronavirus patients, and they were treating it just the way Nigeria is having right now.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, they were recording over 2,000 cases. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the country. Right now, doctors are going to that country to help because the government came out openly to announce that they've lost it, that help can only come from the sky. Now, it took 2 weeks. So I'm actually scared for Nigeria for the next 2 weeks. Do you understand?
But I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I believe if everyone adheres strictly
to
the instructions that government has put in place.
The virus does not go around on its own. We take it around.
As a measure, as a means to curtail coronavirus.
I saw people putting onions.
You know, everywhere. Every minute she's always
I don't want to say
ginger
it
and
might
garlic.
not work if
ginger
you
is
feel
actually
protected.
Ginger is actually harsh. It's hot.
Yes,
It has
yes.
I feel medicinal values,
because the World Health Organization said something about heat disturbing the
coronavirus
growth of the virus.
Yeah.
Now, if you check these other countries, why I think Nigeria has been fortunate, if you check these other countries, they're actually cold.
Cold, yeah.
Remember when they are producing toxins and what they call it, vaccines, or processing viruses for treatment and all that, they put this in the fridge. Now, some of these countries, their temperature is almost like our fridge temperature. Do you get? So even if they have it on their skin, it's easy to just hibernate there and stay there.
Even grow.
And grow there, compared to in Nigeria, where before the sun hits you twice. So since World Health released that memo, like they don't know why Africa or Nigeria is not getting it so much, and something like heat killing it. People just keep taking anything that is a bit hot. I even told my mom to be putting pepper in her food because she doesn't eat pepper. Let's know what's killing it.
Now, to add to what you said, why they said my African is not really getting it. I observed something as at the time this coronavirus started coming up and everywhere, everybody's saying it. I noticed something very different about the weather. We started experiencing a very hot weather. And someone said, now God hand did this thing, no. Because for us to start experiencing the kind of hot weather which we've not experienced for a very long time, that means God knew that this coronavirus was actually coming.
The weather is a problem in this country. I believe in God. I love God. But people are too extreme. People are careless because of God. But I think God is even
they are giving God overload.
Yes.
Let me say this.
I think God is a careful person. He's careful with his words. He's careful with his action. He's perfect. Though we are not close to being perfect, but we shouldn't show our imperfectness because this perfect God is there to oversee us. If the government, after government, God is government.
Yeah.
If the government is saying this virus stay in the house so it doesn't spread around. You have to stay in your house. Even when the plague was going through Egypt, what did the Bible say? The Bible said that each family should stay inside their house. Put the blood on the lintel. When the angel of death comes, it will pass. Why not stock your house, stay inside your house, and pray that no matter who visits you or no matter who you talk to, whatever you do, it will not come to your house. Rather than exposing God to unnecessary ridicule. To me, it's ridicule because I've heard it and it's annoying that we are supposed to go to church. Pastors are humans. Pastors will not just come and say, because I'm a pastor, I want to start healing coronavirus. No, it's an auction. It comes unwillingly. It does not come when challenged. It might just be out there and the patience is there. I won't be surprised if a pastor heals coronavirus. It's at that point God has to glorify his name. So don't put pastors
They're
online.
They're imposing it on pastors and also imposing it on God.
Yeah,
they are giving God too much assignment and it's not good.
It's not good.
There's nothing like too much assignment for God because nothing is impossible.
I know, because this one now, God has really made it clear.
Sometimes he lets things happen. He lets things happen so that his name can actually be glorified in the end. So do not always reason it like, I am a Christian, I'm supposed to be firebird, I'm supposed to heal. It doesn't work that way.
In this particular era, the Muslim, the Buddhist, the jihadists, everybody, Christians
are also crying. They are looking also.
The scientists are weak. They are just looking for a rescue. So it's not just you as a Christian, it's affecting everybody.
Someone said, I think this is God's hand. God wants to use his hand to sanitize the world. And I was wondering.
The daughter of our president said that the earth is cleansing itself.
You know, a lot of things coming up.
With human beings' lives. Anyways, I don't know, your last words for people who are staying at home. What do you think are the creative ideas or creative ways of sitting at home? Because especially for those of people out there who are not used to staying at home, what do you advise them to do? What do? I just sit down and watch a film morning till night?
Okay.
Or is there any other way that I can spend my time constructively without wasting the time?
Okay, this is my personal advice. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are doing right now in the house, whether you're sleeping morning till night, you're not wasting it. All I'm saying is nobody should come like a round ball after this coronavirus. Try early in the morning to come out and keep fit. See, when you are not seeing human beings, you can just be jogging on your own as if something is chasing you, whereas nothing is chasing you, just to burn fat. When you get back in the house throughout the day, if you don't have social media, just try to get closer to your family if you have a family. You husbands that used to be, I saw some posts where some married women are so happy that they can now see their husband 24 hours. That this corona, some people almost spoil, made their own good, say their own good. So try to get closer to your husbands, try to get closer to your wife. Wives, this is not a time to be nagging him to death and making him wish he was in the office. Learn new skills to appease him. Children, get busy with novels, with books. Youth, let's be on social media. We are the one disseminating information. Let's be on social media. I don't think it's even a time to learn skill. I heard someone saying they want to go and buy a sewing machine and be learning on YouTube how to sew. That's also a good idea if she can do it.
Yeah.
You understand? You can just get something and be learning it gradually. But for the now, just stay inside your house. You don't do anything. You can come out and greet your neighbor from the window. Don't do anything. Call me on video call if you're bored. Call her. Just don't come out, please.
All right, see what last words.
Well, Mama P has actually said a lot, and to add to what you said, stay at home. Okay, I saw a post of a woman who was actually saying her daughter was sneezing, coughing, and feeling feverish. So she asked, "Why are you sneezing?" I hope it's not coronavirus. She said, "No, Mom, it's pregnancy." She said, "Thank God it's not coronavirus."
It's pregnancy.
So she's not thanking God it's pregnancy. So for all those people who will be staying at home and you see it as a time to go and visit your neighbor's room and all of it, please don't just go and visit so that you will not come back home sneezing and you tell your mom is pregnant and she will say, "Thank God it's not coronavirus."
You've not tried African moms. African moms will still beat you. They will send you out so that the coronavirus
you won't continue with the coronavirus. So like I said, Mama P has talked a lot. Do what you think you can do at home to make yourself fun and make yourself happy. Read novels for the youth and for the children. you said the youth should also try to go online because we disseminate information. I'm a youth, don't misquote me. So we disseminate information, and for children, read your books. Don't say, okay, now my teacher will not flog me, my teacher will not ask me questions. Don't be surprised. I might just hear that, okay, there's no coronavirus anywhere again. Let's, for instance, and you're just coming back to school and they will say, exam, don't reach you. Next week is exam. So you have to stay back home and read your books. And for the mothers, just walk to and fro to bond the fat, and for the fathers, do the same and get close to each other, but not a time to always, all right.
Stay safe.
We don't know. All right, like Mama P said, stay safe. Try as much as possible to be properly informed. Do not listen to side talks about how to cure the virus. You're not a scientist. Wait for the scientists to do their job. Yeah. Or if, by God's grace, a cure suddenly comes out, wait for it to come out. Do not start deriving means. Do not listen to, like I said earlier, side talks. Try to be properly informed. The WHO website is there for you. They have a lot for you to read up and ensure that you protect yourself properly. So, like I said, be safe, be properly informed, and yes, be ready to fight coronavirus, because that is the only way we can get rid of it. And the only way you can fight it is not by fighting physically. It's actually by staying at home. Please stay at home. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your loved ones, and definitely we will beat this virus. My name is Ameze Obaisiagma. Thanks a lot for being a part of today's show. Definitely we'll be here again next time. The program is Ladies Night, and this is ITV.
Advice to the public on the coronavirus, also called COVID-19 pandemic. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends you take the following measures. Know that most people who become infected experience mild illness and recover, but it can be more severe for others. Take care of your health and protect others by doing the following.
Regularly and thoroughly clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer, or wash them with soap and water. Washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand sanitizer kills viruses that may be on your hands.
Maintain at least 1 meter, which is 3 feet distance between yourself and anyone who is coughing or sneezing.
Hands touch many surfaces and can pick up viruses. Once contaminated, hands can transfer the virus to your eyes, nose, or mouth. From there, the virus can enter your body and can make you sick.
Make sure you and the people around you follow good respiratory hygiene. This means covering your mouth and nose with your bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Then dispose of the tissue immediately.
Stay home if you feel unwell. If you have a fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical attention and call in advance. Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the right health facility. If you develop fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical advice promptly, as this may be due to a respiratory infection or other serious condition.
Be informed.
Be prepared.
Be smart.
Be safe.
Be ready to fight COVID-19.
This message is brought to you courtesy Independent Television and Radio.